2, 3.
Zoe wants to join in the fun.
Here's the star of the show. What are those, Zoe? Do you approve of these?
She doesn't want to miss out on anything. Right.
There's a foreman.
So we've got, this is a 3/8 bolt. Automotive bolts usually have a longer or a more surface area for the socket to bite into. Unfortunately, I can't really buy these anywhere new, and I'm certainly not going to put these old ones back in. So trying
What was the wrench in the plans?
well, one of these broke off. This one,
Right.
this broke off in the head. So I was able to get all of these out, surprisingly, except for this one. So, but now we've sorted out that problem. Went to Ottawa Fastener Supply. These are grade 8 bolts. These are good for automotive use. So I kind of got a bit of a compromise here. We're going to use a washer. There's not really very much wrong with this manifold. I'm going to have to make sure that this is flat. So we're going to do some sanding. You know, I'm going to do some sanding like that on a flat surface, make sure that that's flat. And I want this thing to be solid. I want it to be real airtight. These are the Smog pump holes. This is the whole reason why we took this apart in the first place. And I'll show you, just kind of bringing you guys up to speed. These are the Smog pump tubes. These funny looking things, which go in here, and they stick through this hole, just like that. I'm not going to put them in right now, but they kind of stick through. We'll look at the other manifold just to see what they look like. That's what they look like. They're sticking through the manifold upward.
This little spider hanging out? Like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he's actually not dead.
She's just crippled now.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. The other thing we're doing today is we're going to get a brand new starter motor. So we're going to take the starter motor off. We're well on our way to finally getting this Smog pump removal button down and finished up. But there's a couple things that I want to do while doing this. I want to put a brand new starter motor in it. Starter works, but I want a brand new one. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm running a tap down. I'm going to run a tap down all of these holes just to clean up the threads. I'm going to make sure that this is all airtight so we're not having any exhaust leaks. That was the main problem. And I want everything clean, nice and clean. We'll see if our bolt fits nicely, which of course perfect fit. Really nice. I'm super stoked to get all that together. This is the one that was broken off. Tapped this one, drilled and tapped this one out, so that's now 5/16, which is fine. That should be fine. Okay, here's our starter motor. Just would like to have a brand new fresh starter motor in here. Zoe just loves helping with the RV. Hey Zoe? What is that noise? I'll start by removing the wires going to the solenoid here. Take this off. Of course, we have disconnected the negative battery terminal. That's number one. Safety. This looks like a 9/16. So we'll loosen this first. Okay. Got all the connections removed. So I will tell you guys a story about taking starter motors off. This was when I was doing the starter motor on my van. I almost knocked all my teeth out, And so I think the safety aspect, it's a good safety lesson. So always make sure that you disconnect the negative battery terminal before you're working on the electrical system, always. And this is a good example why. So I was doing exactly what I was doing right now, putting a starter motor on, and see if we can get some light down here. Just doing exactly what I was doing right now. I forgot to disconnect the negative battery terminal. What happened was, as I was putting in these bolts, lifting this up, and there was a short circuit that happened. These wires were not fully fastened down. It's a recipe for a disaster. And I had a short develop. All of a sudden sparks flew everywhere. I had my head directly underneath this starter motor, and there's just such a sudden shower of sparks, and when the sparks went all in my face, and I let go of all my tools and I let go of the starter motor at the same time, just in a reflex motion, and the motor fell. And I think I had 1 or 2 threads on one bolt that caught the motor and prevented it from smashing me in the face. But yeah, that could have been a really serious situation. Fortunately, I was not injured. You know, I had a few little burns, but it was totally okay. But good lesson there. So I never do anything without disconnecting the negative battery terminal. I almost had a starter motor smash me in the mouth. Would have lost all my teeth. She's coming off. She's on there good and tight. Just need that added torque. There we go. All of these starter motors will have shims. Actually, I should probably be removing the. I forgot. I should probably be removing the flex plate cover. Looks like bolt there is already removed and the bolt here is already removed, so we just have to remove this. What size are these? Okay, is this it? This has to be it. Yep, 10mm. Should be 2 nuts here as well. What's going on there? Is that busted off? Could be busted off. Oh no. Yeah, fuck, that just busted off. Are you serious? Oh my god. Well, that's not good. Oh, I'm gonna have to drill that one out now too. Oh, yeah, see, look, that's why there's no bolt up here too. It broke off, so Jesus, I'm gonna have to drill that out. Look at this one's broken off too. Wow. Well, we're gonna have to do some more drilling, looks like. Here we go. I should probably pay attention to what I'm doing here. Bolt number 2 is out. Starter motor should just come down, and if there's any shims, no shims. No shims on this one. Interesting. Well, that's a good thing. We don't have to worry about that. 7.4. Engine's in pretty good shape. Doesn't have a lot of miles on it, or kilometers. It's only got 130 some odd kilometers on it, so you should have lots of life left in this engine. The engine should last a whole lot longer. Some proper maintenance. Let's get down to the parts store. All right, guys, we're back from the parts store. This was $111 without the core deposit, because I actually kept the old starter motor just in case. There's nothing wrong with this one, so I'm gonna keep it just for a spare. You never know. The other reason too is this is probably the original starter motor, and you know, they don't make things like they used to. I kind of know that these remanufactured starter motors are sometimes pretty garbage. Okay. Let's start making the connections here. Okay, that's good and tight. Good connection. Alrighty. Okay, we're good. Got brand new spark plugs. Should be a nice little tune-up. It's very satisfying to be at this point. This engine was it was rough. It was tough to get this to pass the safety. It was leaky, and yeah, nice new threads, nice clean threads. That's satisfying. Gonna seal this up so no more exhaust leaks. That'll be really nice. One by one, just taking it slow, taking our time, and hopefully next time you tune into a video, we're going to be putting on these manifolds and going with our gaskets and sealer and all the good stuff that are going to make this nice and exhaust leak free. Anyways guys, I'm going to turn off the camera here, and like I said, hopefully next video you see, we're going to be tossing on some gaskets and manifolds, buttoning everything down, getting everything tight. We have some new spark plugs, putting the rotor on, cleaning the engine up, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching guys. Stay tuned to UOttawaScotty for more progress on the motorhome. This motorhome is actually, I've got some big motorhome plans. This motorhome is actually going to be a mobile stage. If you've been following my channel, you'll know that during the summer I acquired a modular stage, and we're going to make good use of that. I'm going to do a little spoiler on this video here, so if you watch this far, then you definitely deserve to know what this project is. Inside that tent trailer right there is my stage that I got from Scarborough this year, and those stage sections are going to go right here, and we're going to have a stage in front of the RV. I'm going to build a roof system, and this whole thing is going to be a stage. The RV is going to be the green room for the musicians, and we're going to sell drinks out of this window right here. I'm going to sell beers and, well, maybe not beer. We're going to get a liquor license first, but we'll sell stuff out of that window, maybe hot dogs. Well, no, this motorhome is going to be party central. This is going to be the music motorhome. I'm going to do weddings with this old girl, everything. It's going to be a great plan. I'm super stoked for it. I hope that you guys stick around the channel to watch the progress of this. Thanks for stopping by, UOttawaScotty. We'll see you next time. Got some new ones. AC Delco R44T. It's the old one. Here's the new one. They look very different, unfortunately. Why do they look different? R44T. Oh, these ones are just longer, I guess. Oh, they're the same. It's just the neck or the collar on this one's longer, but they are slightly different. It's fun when you start putting stuff back together. All the messy part is done. This is fun. I like doing this part. Easy. Feel like I'm making some good progress now. All brand new spark plugs. And all of the holes are now cleaned up, tapped out, ready to rock. All the threads cleaned up, so now I just have to clean up the surface, the mating surface of the head here. Still some gasket material left on here and there. You actually see where an exhaust leak was right here. So some gasket material here, blew out the gasket here. It was basically just blowing by, free rein there. So some of these exhaust leaks are pretty easy to see, but we're going to make sure that that doesn't happen again. If you come this far in the video, then you probably deserve to know the general plan here. So I've got a stage in that tent trailer there, and that stage is going to be it's a modular stage. It's going to go right at the front of the RV right here. I'm going to build kind of a roof system. This motorhome is going to be a mobile stage, and we're going to do weddings, we're going to do shows, parking lot shows, backyard shows. Maybe even thinking about maybe having a little drink service out of the back there, if it's legal. Maybe just sell soft drinks, or maybe like smoothies or something. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So that's where we're at. And thanks for tuning in to UOttawaScotty for another episode here. We're doing pretty good at this point. We hit that snag with the exhaust manifolds. It was looking pretty bleak there for a little bit, but push forward there in the summer. Tomorrow I will take the exhaust manifolds to Gracefield to get welded up. We're going to seal up all these openings here where the smog pump was. Have my buddy Brian do some welding here, seal up all these openings, flatten out the surface, clean these up nice. So stay tuned to UOttawaScotty. We will see you in the next video. Take care.